Hello, AFCM family. My name is Dale Osborn, and I am the pastor of Abundant Life Community Church in Willoughby, Ohio. And I am also regional director for AFCM's Ohio River region, which includes the states of Ohio and Pennsylvania. And it is my privilege to be bringing you the video faith aid for the month of November 2020. 2020, what a year. A year of disappointments and difficulties, calamities, tragedies, challenges, global pandemic, economic discord, social unrest and violence, a chaotic election cycle here in the United States, and we're bombarded by bad news made to endure difficult circumstances forced upon us, our families, and our ministries. Like most of us, I've had friends, family, and acquaintances that have been hit hard by COVID-19. Our church has been impacted in the fact that we had to shut down for a period of time and go online for worship service and Bible study. We've had to learn new technologies, Zoom, Facebook Live, things like that. And in the city where our church is located, our mayor and church leaders have been coming together with people in the community to try to grapple with racial tension that has boiled over this past year. Currently, I'm leading my congregation through a study of the book to the Philippians. And I've been encouraged and amazed by what I see in there. You can read something over and over again, but sometimes when you go into intense study, you gain a lot that you've missed before. And when we get into the epistle to the Philippians, one of the first things we see is that Paul is in a Roman prison. He's actually in chains. And he writes to a church where they're being persecuted by the surrounding community. They're undergoing intense persecution. For instance, in Philippians 1:29, Paul writes, "For to you it has been granted on behalf of Christ not only to believe in him, but to suffer for his sake." And yet, when you read the epistle to the Philippians, one of the things that stands out is the theme of joy. The words joy, rejoice, rejoicing occur 17 times in 4 short chapters. Paul tells the believers in Philippi that he has joy even in a Roman prison, even in chains. And he encourages the faithful believers in Philippi to have joy, to rejoice. Philippians 3:1 says, "Finally, my brethren, rejoice in the Lord." Philippians 4:4 says, "Rejoice in the Lord always. Again I say, rejoice." And the main way the believers in Philippi were encouraged to live their lives before God was to be faithful and to rejoice in the Lord in spite of their circumstances, because their eyes were not to be on their problems, but to be on the God who was bigger than their problems. And I know I'm preaching to the choir here. We're the leaders of our ministries, or we're supporting our leaders through our faithful service. But our faith families, our congregations, and our communities need to see the joy of the Lord active in our lives despite the adverse circumstances that have come our way. They need to see that we rejoice because we have the hope of Jesus. I just need a reminder now and then, and I'm sure you do too, to have joy in Jesus, to have joy because he saved us, to have joy because he sustains us, to have joy because there is a place for us in heaven. I'm determined to rejoice in my God, no matter what the COVID-19 numbers look like. I determine that I will rejoice in my God, no matter what the economy does. I will rejoice in my God, no matter who wins the election on November 3rd. And I'll do this because God has saved me. God loves me. God has a plan for my life. And one day He will receive me into glory. In conclusion, I want to pronounce over you the benediction, the blessing from Numbers chapter 6. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make His face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up His countenance upon you and give you peace. I speak peace to you and to your house. May the joy of Jesus abound in and through you. God bless you. Finish the race with joy.